Dear Aunt Flo is a podcast about bad periods, and I'm your host, Elisa Michelle. Every month, we'll dive deep into my own vagina monologues as I discuss my journey with endometriosis and share stories that we wish someone would have warned us about sooner. I am your new period BFF, so let's get comfortable speaking about our cycles. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Dear Aunt Flo. I'm glad to be here. I am glad you're here. And I know it's been a little while since I've graced your eyes and your ears. But I'm back, okay? It's been a busy season. It's still a busy season as I wrap up my Business Accelerator program. For those who don't know, I am a founder of a brand called Illustrated Melanin. It is a wellness-centered stationery brand, and I am an illustrator, so I create guided journals, greeting cards, coloring books, and they all center around Black and brown women, and they're just created to inspire and uplift and encourage you, and all of the messaging is positive. Like, it's part of my heart and soul. And I've been doing this Business Accelerator program for the past few months. And June, this is the last month. And we're working on our final pitches and all of that good stuff. So I have just been head down focused on that and not really catering to the rest of everything else. But I'm getting better. And, I'm here, I'm recording. And that's a step. The audio is going to release first, and then I'll eventually get the video out there after I edit it. But first things first, gotta put the business first right now, and that's just what it is. But I'm still here, still breathing, still alive. I have an entire season of episodes planned out and scheduled out, and I just need to batch record and work on my time management, okay? Don't judge me. You gotta work on your time management too, I'm sure. We all juggling every which way in this life, but we gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together, and we gonna be great. So with that being said, let's get into this podcast. This episode, we're gonna talk about some supplements that I have used over the past few years or haven't used, but I'll get all into that in a second. We are starting with our letter to Dear Aunt Flo. Dear Aunt Flo, you showed up late, okay? You showed up late in April and then early in May. Let's get back to some consistency. I suppose I should be grateful though, because you did arrive before my trip to see my best friend get married. And so for that, I am grateful. But for the other stuff, sincerely fed up, Elisa Michelle. Okay. Yeah. So April, if you remember from the episode, my letter, it came late. And I was like, you never come late. You're always on time. It's always a Friday. And it came on a Wednesday the next week. And I was like, why would you do something like that? And then this month, well, May, because now we're in June, but May, it came early. I just need consistency at this point, because I need to know when I'm going to be in pain and when I'm not going to be in pain. And I specifically plan my life around my cycle. So when the cycle is off, my life is off. And my life is already off enough. I don't need it off anymore. But anyway, did you enjoy my last episode? My cup story, retelling it, almost kind of made me want to try cups again. But that would just be pure torture, trauma. I don't know. But so many people say it takes away your cramping, and this leaves you feeling so much better during your cycle. It just sucks that when something works for others and it doesn't work for you, you can't get that same, whatever. Anyway, I know my time is coming. Okay, I'm gonna find something that works for me. If you haven't already, please go follow this podcast on Apple or Spotify, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hello, YouTube subscribers. And please leave reviews. That is like the biggest ask I can ask. But if you leave reviews, it helps somebody else find me. They might be looking and searching for someone who is experiencing similar or the same things that they are, and they need a little like community, or they need a little guidance, they need a little extra like encouragement, or they need like some validation, because I know I could use some validation every now and again. But I feel like people leave reviews when they hate something, but they forget to leave it when they love something, and that love transcends all else. So if you have time, take a couple seconds. Let me know if you're rocking with me or not, if you're rocking with this podcast or not, if you're subscribed to the YouTube or not. Like, just let me know, and I would be grateful. Okay? It's greatly appreciated. All right, so let's get into today's episode. We are talking all about supplements, teas, and other magical potions that I've tried, and if they've actually worked for me. I'm not sponsored by anyone, and after this, I probably won't be helping my chances. But let's dive into the magical world of period relief remedies. So I've tried a mix of different things that it was either suggested to me by a friend or an associate of a friend, or I came across a video on YouTube or a blog post, or that random algorithm just out here doing its thing, showing me posts, because they're always listening. Okay, stay woke. So let's start with the title of this podcast, which is My Happy Flow. So I came across My Happy Flow on a random algorithm post. It was on Instagram, and I thought it was going to be my saving grace. So yeah, don't come for me, all right? Because what I'm about to say, sorry, okay? So if you don't know what My Happy Flow is, it is a plant-based vitamin in a capsule form that you can take daily to help relieve, reduce, eliminate your period pain. It was founded by Nicole Kane, aka Hello Nicole, on IG, and I think all the other platforms too, but I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, so Black woman owned, and BFFs, the reviews were lit. Okay, the reviews were out of this world, and it made me feel like I had finally stumbled across something that was like going to change the game for my period. Unfortunately, that was not my story. I got a bottle, and it says you have to take like 2 capsules a day for the first 90 days, or 2 to 3 capsules a day for the first 90 days. And then you just take, one daily or something, for best results. And I did this for about 8 to 9 months straight. Okay. Back to back to back, every morning without fail. Popping My Happy Flow with my breakfast, because I was never a pill taker. I have to take pills with food. I can't take them with water. I can't just take them. Like, people are out here just like dry swallowing pills, and I don't understand how y'all are surviving. Anyway, I took them for like 8 to 9 months straight. I did the whole like for best results situation. I was following the instructions to the T, okay? To the letter T. And every month my period came and the pain remained, or it got worse. So, I mean, like, people were talking about how, like, within 30 days, their period, like, just switched up on them, and, like, the bleeding got lighter, their cramps got lighter, or they were just gone. And then 8 months later, like, I'm still struggling. Now, mind you, I was also taking another supplement, which is Vitex, because a friend told me that it's the only thing that worked for them, for their period issues. And I was taking that. So Vitex is like another supplement that helps relieve your period cramps. It's not like super, what's the word? Like, the research is there, but it's not like concrete. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is definitely going to do this for you. No, there's none of that. But it's said to be able to increase your progesterone levels, which progesterone like prepares the lining of your uterus for a fertilized egg to grow and implant. Little education. But yeah, I wasn't seeing or feeling any of the results. So I was like, maybe I need to like increase my dosage, or maybe I need to go beyond the 90 days of taking, 3 a day at a time, and, just keep doing that for like 6 months or so. And yeah, it wasn't working for me. So I stopped, and I was mad too because I got the subscription to my Happy Flow. So like I had bottles coming like every 2 months or 3 months. I forget what the recommendation was when I ordered them, but they were coming. I would get like a bottle every 3 months or every 2 months, and now I just have like bottles in my medicine cabinet because they're useless to me. And unfortunately, I mean, that sucks because I really wanted them to work. I wanted to be one of the girlies that left the review like, oh, my period pain is gone, sis. Like, get you some of this. But that wasn't my story. So here I am sharing it now on my podcast. And sorry if it works for you guys and you love it. It just wasn't my jam. My body said no, and I got to listen to my body. So on the flip side of that, I was also reading and learning about the power of tea. Now, tea, honey, tea I can get behind, okay? Because I drink tea daily, so that's not an issue. I was never a coffee person. I was always a tea person. So tea and me, we go together. So I started buying up all like the concoctions that I could find, right? So I had blends from the Tea Spot, which is a local tea shop here in Point Loma. I'm sorry. I was getting them. I have blends from the Tea Spot, and then my local Tea Spot, Point Loma Tea, in here in San Diego. They have like you can put like together concoctions. Like the owner, she's super helpful, and she put me a blend of like raspberry leaf tea together. And it's really good for reducing inflammation and relieving your period cramping. But it's mostly loose tea, so you have to have the right tea kettle, tea. My words. Listen, okay, so I'm recording this now, and next week is cycle week, I think. And so the brain fog begins, and I lose all my words. We all know this. This isn't new to you. You are familiar with my lifestyle at this point. But anyway, a tea kettle, a tea, whatever you use to steep your tea and make your tea. For loose tea, you need like the special stuff for that, which I still need to get because we got rid of the one that we got from Amazon because the bottom of it just kept crystallizing. And I don't think glass is supposed to do that, but apparently we didn't get real glass, I guess. Anyway, so the only thing with the raspberry leaf tea, which I didn't realize until I read a little more into it, you have to do like 2 to 3 bags at a time. So you're probably drinking 2 to 3 cups a day with 2 to 3 bags in those cups. And that's where you see the results, because otherwise you're not going to see much result. And it took a little trial and error to experience that, but it works. So when I have my cycle, I'm drinking like 2 to 3 cups of raspberry red leaf tea a day, and I have like 2 or 3 bags inside of the 1 cup. So 2 to 3 bags per 1 cup, 2 to 3 times a day. and you should feel like the relief. It really like reduces the inflammation and the heaviness that you feel. That works for me. I also drink nettle leaf tea. I've tried dandelion root tea, but I do not like the taste of it. It's way too earthy for me, and I'm an earthy tea person. Like, I love my green teas. I love my ginger turmeric teas, but dandelion, I don't know. It's very hefty. I think that's the right word for it. It's hefty. It just has a very distinct taste to it, and I'm not a huge fan. So, yeah, I stick to raspberry red leaf and nettle. And then I've also heard good things about like mother's milk or milk thistle tea, and something else that I can't think of right now. But yeah, so that's it for the teas. And then on the tincture supplement side, I've tried black cohosh, and I've only tried it a couple times, and I think that it worked. But my brain fog is so intense that I can't truly remember that it was the black cohosh or the naproxen that I took shortly after that finally kicked in. So it's up for grabs, but I do have a little tincture bottle of black cohosh that I got from Sprouts, which is our grocery store here on the West Coast. I don't know where else it would be, but yeah, you can find it in the supplement natural stores. But it's a tincture of black cohosh, and you do like 30 droplets to an 8-ounce cup of water, and you just drink it up. And it does have a little bit of a taste to it, but it's kind of like a minty, earthy taste, so it's not bad. It's just not amazing, but it helps, I think. Full disclaimer. All right. These are things that have worked, not worked for me. So, however you need to put that into perspective for you, you do that with a grain of salt. Take everything that I'm saying. And yes, we're still best friends here. We're still period BFFs. Okay. So, yeah, so I did that. And then on the random side of things that I've tried is blackstrap molasses. So it's a bottle. It's about like a 32-ounce bottle, maybe a 16-ounce bottle of blackstrap molasses, just pure blackstrap molasses. You can find it. I was getting the bottles off Amazon from a small business. I'm sure you can find them elsewhere, but you take about 2 teaspoons a day, and it's supposed to completely alleviate your pain because it has blackstrap molasses has a high concentration of, or it's a good resource of magnesium, and magnesium is supposed to be good for you as well, which I also already take magnesium glycinate and magnesium malate, so I don't know, but I tried it for about 3 months or so, because I think most things I try for at least 3 months in order to see the results or to be able to notice if there's any results, because your body takes a while to absorb things and get used to things. So my rule of thumb is at least 3 months, 90 days, to be consistent. And I mean consistent daily with taking the supplements or the magnesium or the blackstrap molasses. But yeah, I heard great things, that there were a couple videos on YouTube, but I was referred to blackstrap molasses from a family friend. So someone told my mom told me, I tried it, and I didn't see any results. So, and then it just, for me, it was an extra added expense on top of everything else that I've already been trying. So I kind of put it to the wayside. I might consider trying it again. But for now, that is just what it is. It didn't work for me. And these are things that you have to do daily. Like, this is outside of just your cycle week, your period week, your menstruation week, you have to do these things daily, like day in, day out. You are committed 100% to taking the supplements or taking these spoonfuls of blackstrap molasses, which if you're not like a texture person, it's not even a texture, it's smooth, it's just thick, okay? That's that word hefty. Blackstrap molasses is hefty, okay? It's thick. It's not syrup. It's not syrup. It is thick. So if you want to go for it, you go for it, but you got to be consistent. And that's the name of the game around here. Consistency is key. So yeah, we're still in trial and error mode, but we're getting there. At least I know I have the tea. I have tea that works for me, and I will continue to try other blends. But yeah, I'd love to know like what you guys use, if you've tried any supplements or remedies or witchcraft. Maybe not the witchcraft part, because Jesus. But anything that's helped you, please let me know. And then, while some of these methods haven't worked for me, that doesn't mean it won't work for you and that you shouldn't try it. And of course, always, y'all know I'm not a doctor, so consult with your physicians, okay? You know your body, your doctor knows your body. I hope your doctor knows your body. But consult with your physicians first before trying things that are different, especially if you're mixing and matching medications and supplements and teas and tinctures and things like that. So I don't want y'all coming for me saying my BFF on Dear Aunt Flo told me to do this and do that. No. Okay? I told you to consult a physician first, all right? And you make a list of all of the things that I've mentioned and you bring them to them and then you go from there. But I'm just sharing what has worked or what hasn't worked for me, what I may or may not try again in the future, and what I'm doing now. And I promise when I find something that works for me, I'm gonna shout that bitch from the rooftops, okay? I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay? Because there is no gatekeeping over here. Because I want us all to be pain-free. Because pain-free is the way to be. Y'all remember, y'all took DARE in what, elementary school? Drug-free is the way to be. Pain-free is the way to be, all right? So however we got to go about getting that taken care of, that's what we're going to do. All right. Let's wrap this up with an affirmation. I am worthy of all good things, and I will honor my body as such. So say it with me. I am worthy of all good things, and I will honor my body as such. Yes. I love you. I see you. I hear you. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace. Hey BFFs, thanks for tuning in to Dear Aunt Flo. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to show support, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. This will help more period BFFs find our community and add to the conversation. Follow on IG at dearauntflo.pod and let me know what topics you'd like to cover this season. Catch you in the next episode, period.